House. You may go back to your seat.
Okay, court will resume tomorrow.
Prosecution calls for Lola Andrews. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Lola Andrews was seeking employment in the vicinity of the shoe factories. She passed by a car parked by the Slatter and Morrill factory. She claimed she had asked one of the men in the car for directions to the Rice and Hutchins factory, and she stated that the man was Sacco. Further into the cross-examination, it is shown that she was unable to identify Sacco in the photograph. 5 other witnesses in the police report showed she had lied.
Michael Lavangi is the one who tends the railroad gate in South Braintree. He identified that Vanzetti was the one who was driving the men's getaway car.
Harry Doblair, who repairs piano, claims to have seen Vanzetti as the man who was in the back of the getaway car. 2 other witnesses, Heron and Tracy, identified Sacco as the man they had seen around East Braintree the day of the robbery.
Carlos E. Goodrich testified he had seen Sacco shooting from the car. The defense tries to impeach his testimony by implying a larceny charge had gone unpunished in return for his testimony.
Judge Thayer refused to allow the defense to introduce its impeaching evidence.
Prosecution calls for its final witness, George T. Kelly. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
What is your name?
George T. Kelly.
Have you known Nicholas Sacco for a while now?
Yes, 12 years to be exact. I worked with him.
When you worked with him, did he wear any headgear?
Come to think of it, yeah, he did. He wore a cap.
Did he wear it every day?
Yeah, we'd come in and hang it on the nails so the back had a small hole from the nail pushing against it.
I present to you evidence number 11, and to the best of your knowledge, did it look like this?
Yeah, it was very similar to Sacco's cap.
No more further questions, Your Honor.
So you say this is Nicholas Sacco's hat? Yes, it has the logo and everything. Are you sure? Do you remember the lining, stitching, cutting, and everything? Yeah, I am positive. He's been working for me for years, and he's been wearing that cap every day except from April 15th. No further questions, Your Honor.
Ballistics expert William H. Proctor stated that the 4 bullets pulled out of the victim's body matched to the guns that belonged to Sacco and Vanzetti.
Defense may now present their evidence.
Defense call Harry Kulansky. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
What is your name?
Harry Kurlansky.
And you say you knew Mrs. Andrews?
Yes. That testimony, she said, was all lie.
Could you explain?
Well, you see, she said that she was unable to identify the suspects, but that a government agent was forcing her to do so.
Mr. Kulansky, who told you that it was a government official who told you that Mrs. Andrews lied?
She told me in person herself.
And did you find out who that government official was?
No, I didn't think it mattered.
So you thought it was important to tell the jury that Mrs. Andrews lied, but you didn't think it was important to find out who that government official was?
I guess.
That is all, Your Honor.
Afterwards, the defense called James E. Burns, a ballistics expert, to testify that it was not Sacco's gun that was fired, killing Bardelli.
We call Nicholas Sacco up to stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
What is your full name?
Nicholas Sacco.
Okay, Mr. Sacco. What were you doing on the day of April 15th?
I was in Boston.
And what were you in Boston? Also, what time did you leave from Boston?
I left for Boston around 8:56 a.m. to go get a passport.
Then what did you do?
I went to the North End to buy a newspaper, a noticia. And then I went to many stores to look at hats and some suits. There was time left before I go to pick up passport, so I went to a restaurant named Bonnie's to eat.
Did you see anyone there?
Yes, I saw Mr. Guabanani.
How long did you stay there till?
1:30 p.m. And then I went to a town council to pick up passport.
How long did you stay in the consulate?
Only 15 minutes. And then I went to groceries near Bonnie's. After groceries, I went to cafe.
And what time was it when you left the cafe?
3:30.
At any time of the day were you near South Braintree.
No, because after cafe, I went home.
No further question, Your Honor.
During the cross-examination, Katzman questioned Sacco on his political views about the United States and the government. It can be implied that Sacco stated himself to be an anarchist. Also, when Sacco was told to put on the cap, he implied it did not fit. When
Bartolomeo Vanzetti to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Vanzetti, do you not understand what you're being asked? Please do say so.
Please state your full name. Bartolomeo Vanzetti. And what were you doing on April 15th?
I was selling fish.
And then what did you do?
I met a man who was selling cloth. We started talking. I took him to Miss Breeny's house to see if the cloth was good. She said it was, so I paid him.
And what time was it after you paid?
Around 1:30.
And then what did you do?
I finished selling my fish and took car to Mr. Core's house. He was painting his boat.
Did you have a conversation with him?
Yes, a long one. It lasted till 2:30.
And then what did you do?
I walked home, changed my clothes, and we started.
And what time was it then?
Around 6 o'clock.
Were you at any time near South Braintree that day?
No, I was selling my fish.
No further question, Your Honor.
Vanzetti was questioned for his political views about America during the cross-examination.
Court is adjourned today. We will wait for the jury's deliberation. What is the verdict?
In the case of Commonwealth versus Nicola Sacco on account of first-degree murder and theft, we find the defendant guilty. In the case of Commonwealth versus Bartolomeo Vanzetti on the account of first-degree murder and theft, we find the defendant guilty.
In the case of Commonwealth versus Nicolas Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, you two are sentenced to the death penalty by electrocution.
It's okay, it's okay. I'll find out somehow to get you out of it. Having taken place during the Red Scare, a time when communism was feared, it caused the judge and jury members to act upon prejudiced reasons because they were atheist Italian anarchists. 50 years after their death, the governor of Massachusetts stated that Sacco and Vanzetti trial was treated unjustly.
I know.
I was paying attention. I was just like waiting for something.
She got it.
Wait, no. Whee! Wait, what did? Okay.
Here's the average state court, and here's the Texas state. Yes, yes. Oh! That friggin' hurts. I told you that yesterday. Friggin' hurts.
Yeah. What is your name?
No.
And what is it?
You stay with me. He's good.
I want some chips, you guys.